Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Amaya Norman.
And I'm Trenton Whiting.
As for the region facing deep cold snap, homeless individuals are at increased risk at exposure to dangerous temperatures. Local shelters are preparing to offer warmth and safety. Volunteers are gathering essentials such as blankets, coats, shelters, or extending their service to ensure those in need have a safe place to stay during this extreme weather.
You know, we can't do this work alone. No one agency can do it. So, of course, we need the community to help us. What we've learned from our years of experience, though, is what we really need is monetary donations so that we can go out and buy the things that we need, whether it's a blanket or whether it's a special size coat or a pair of shoes or those things. So what we're really asking the community for is their monetary support.
A friendly reminder for those planning to burn, make sure you're following the rules. You can only burn brush and household garbage in your piles, and you must stay nearby to monitor the fire. Burning is permitted 1 hour after sunrise until 1 hour before sunset, with wind speeds between 6 and 23 miles per hour and no gusts over 23. For everything else, like metals, plastics, treated lumber, or chemicals, use a trash container or take them to a local disposable site. Let's all burn safely and responsibly.
As colder temperatures hit, community warming centers are opening their doors in Victoria, Texas. From January 5th through January 11th, locations include Our Lady of Sorrow Trinity Hall, the Salvation Army, First Unit Methodist Church, and Christ the Victoria Lutheran Church. Hours are 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. with transportation available at Christ Kitchen. These centers welcomes everyone, though the Salvation Army is designed for adult males only. Donations are being accepted, both physical and monetary, to support these vital services. For more, call 361-433-5388. And that will bring us to our viewer poll for today. Have you ever donated weather clothing to the homeless? Yes or no? And so far, and the lead is no at 51% and yes is at 49%. We still want to hear from you. To participate in our viewer poll, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com/vote.
Since we've been talking so much about the cold weather, I think it's a perfect time to check in with team meteorologist Trey Mining to see how exactly cold it's going to be.
Cold area is on the way. Temperature is currently on the outside. It's pretty warm, 69 degrees here in Victoria, with the southerly winds at 11 miles per hour. And we'll see that cold air coming in tomorrow late in the day. We made it at 78 degrees was the daytime high, low 59 degrees, which is above normal for a normal high and low. But temperatures tomorrow taking a big tumble after sunset. Here comes the cold front. And how long will the cold air last? Any precipitation with that? We'll find out later on in the full forecast. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Trey. From peanut farmer to president, the life of Jimmy Carter was honored on Saturday. He passed away at the age of 100 on December 29th. Yvonne Rodriguez is in Atlanta with how his remarkable life is being remembered.
The life and legacy of former President Jimmy Carter honored in a state funeral Saturday. The Carter family traveling with the motorcade from Phoebe Sumter Medical Center to his historic boyhood farm in Plains, Georgia, where the National Park Service Honor Guard rang the famous farm bell 39 times, a nod to him being the 39th president. The motorcade then heading to Atlanta. Mourners along the route say goodbye to their beloved former leader.
The town has been ready for this moment. They've been preparing for this moment because he's been such an indelible part of this community for so long.
Carter grew up in the town of Plains. He became governor and was elected president in 1976. He was a one-term president, losing re-election to Republican Ronald Reagan in 1980. But it was his post-presidency years that laid the foundation for his legacy. He is remembered as a passionate humanitarian and a pioneer of human rights.
I want everybody to understand that, you know, the grave is only getting the body. His spirit will live on forever, and the legacy that he left behind will live forever.
In 2002, Carter was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his decades of work to establish peaceful solutions to international conflicts. He also spent decades volunteering for Habitat for Humanity. Those close to him say he will be greatly missed, but his legacy lives on.
It leaves a void, but that void is all filled with so many wonderful memories and opportunities that he provided me.
Investigators returned to the Harris County, Texas home of Shamsud Din Jabbar today. He lived in the mobile home on this property, a home that was searched yesterday by police. The FBI did not say why they returned to the property today, only saying they were conducting law enforcement activity. However, a car was towed from the area, but police have not released any details on that vehicle or why it was removed. This all comes a day after FBI officials searched the home yesterday and announced that there were no threats to the residents in the area.
Heartwarming heroics. An exclusive video shows firefighters saving lives, including a puppy brought back from near death.
This exclusive video shows the firefighters in action saving these frightened dogs. You can see one firefighter works intently on this puppy. We're told the little guy was near death when the firefighter was able to bring him back to life.
I'm an animal lover, so I try to think about them.
Jasmine Sanchez's mom owns a clothing store at Plaza Latina. She called 911 knowing the animals were inside.
God uses people, and I just thought about them. That's it. I mean, I'm happy for them, but I also feel really bad for a lot of them that died inside, and it's sad.
The crew also saved a tortoise by performing CPR on the reptile. They also saved miniature pigs, guinea pigs, and rabbits. Thanks to the crew's selfless efforts, these animals are visibly traumatized but alive. We've learned Dallas Animal Services is taking care of the almost 24 animals that survived.
U.S. Olympic sprinter Fred Kerley is in trouble with the law. Authorities says the bronze medal winner got into a confrontation with police officers in Miami on Thursday night after he approached them and expressed concern about his vehicle that was parked in the area. Police released body camera video of the incident. It shows officers approaching Kerley, and one officer puts his hand on Kerley's chest. Kerley pushed the hand away before another arm pushes Kerley. The 29-year-old was then pushed to the ground, and at one point an officer uses a stun gun on him. Kerley's defense lawyer denounced the officers' actions, calling their behavior obscene, lacked humanity, compassion, or respect. A spokesperson for the Miami Beach Police Department tells CNN that Kerley, quote, disregarded lawful commands and physically pushed one of the uniformed officers. Kerley is now facing numerous charges, including battery, resisting officers, and disorderly conduct.
The Texas Tribune reports that Harris County is looking to decrease the amount of automatic evictions they enforce when tenants are unable to make it to court. For more on this story, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com. And for more on today's news stories, come to crossroadstoday.com. And don't forget to submit your birthday wishes. Carolina Estrain and Parker Cox will read them live on 25 News Now Sunrise. You can also submit a local military hero so we can recognize them.
Authorities revealed new details tonight into the New Year's Cybertruck explosion. All that and more coming up after the break.
Pretty quiet on the outside. I had a few sprinkles earlier today and around the Crossroads region. Cold front arrives tomorrow, and we'll talk about that, and the tumbling temperatures coming up.
Former Secretary of State and former First Lady Hillary Clinton will be among those receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The White House, says President Biden will be bestowing the nation's highest civilian honor to 19 people at a White House ceremony Saturday. Other recipients include soccer superstar Lionel Messi, U2 frontman Bono, actor Michael J. Fox, and designer Ralph Lauren. 4 people will be honored posthumously, including Robert F. Kennedy and civil rights icon Fannie Lou Hamer. In a statement, the White House called the 19 recipients, quote, great leaders who have made America a better place.
Authorities revealed new details tonight into the New Year's Cybertruck explosion outside the Trump International Hotel. Investigators sharing a possible motive for what they're now calling a suicide bombing. Here are the details.
It's been nearly 3 days since the Cybertruck explosion outside the Trump Hotel. Investigators revealed Friday PTSD could be a contributing factor in this case. According to Metro investigators, police found notes inside 37-year-old Matthew Liversberger's charred phone detailing a possible motive for the Cybertruck explosion outside the Trump International in Las Vegas.
This was not a terrorist attack, it was a wake-up call. Americans only pay attention to spectacles and violence. What better way to get my point across than a stunt with fireworks and explosives? Why did I personally do it now? I need to cleanse my mind of the brothers I've lost and relieve myself of the burden of the lives I took.
Despite the chilling event being carried out in a Tesla truck and outside the Trump Hotel, the notes uncovered Liversberger's support for Donald Trump and Elon Musk. He also expressed disdain for diversity, equity, and inclusion, saying, quote, we are all diverse and DEI is cancer.
He says, fellow service members, veterans, and all Americans, time to wake up. We are being led by weak and feckless leadership who only serve to enrich themselves.
Police also sharing this new video of Liversberger at a Tesla charging station in Arizona before making his way to Las Vegas, where he would eventually die by suicide and injured 7 people in the explosion. As Channel 13 has reported, Liversberger was a decorated Green Beret, but was currently on leave. The FBI says Liversberger suffered from PTSD and was going through family and personal grievances.
And taking care of the heart, mind, body, and soul of the people that are out there doing this work, because they're exposed to things, they see things, they hear things, they feel things, and they smell things that most normal people don't have to do. And the heroes that are serving in the military and on the front lines of America's policing are challenged that way.
Now, if you or someone you know is going through a mental health crisis, there are several resources available to you. We have that information on our website, ktnv.com. For now, reporting from Las Vegas, Giovanni Carrillo.
At South Korea, protesters were back near the country's official presidential residence on Saturday. This is playing out a day after investigators tried to detain impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol. He is facing charges of abuse of power and orchestrating a rebellion, following a short-lived martial law he imposed last month. His powers are suspended after he was impeached by lawmakers, but he can be removed only if he loses a separate impeachment trial that starts in 10 days.
Now, President Biden awarded 19 people with a Presidential Medal of Freedom on Saturday. The ceremony took place at the White House. Some of the honorees included politicians, entertainers, and others who have contributed to American society.
For the final time as president, I have the honor of bestowing the Medal of Freedom on our nation's highest civilian honor on a group of extraordinary, truly extraordinary people who gave their sacred effort to shape the culture and the cause of America.
Some of those honorees included former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, Democratic donor George Soros, celebrity chef Jose Andres, Bono, as we said before, Michael J. Fox, and actor Denzel Washington. The president also posthumously honored former Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy and former Michigan Republican Governor George Romney, the father of former Senator Mitt Romney.
Microsoft plans to invest big in artificial intelligence with $80 billion set for data centers through fiscal year 2025. This center will train AI models and support global cloud-based applications. Over half of the investment will be in the U.S., which Microsoft says leads to the global AI race. The company is urging government support for AI advancement.
JetBlue will have to pay a $2 million fine for chronically delayed flights. The fine, handed down by the Department of Transportation, is the first of its kind and comes after federal regulators charged the JetBlue with operating multiple chronically delayed flight routes from June 2022 through November 23. The DOT said it would credit JetBlue $1 million of the fine for goodwill compensation already paid to passengers or those affected within the next year. The other half must be paid directly to the U.S. Treasury. The department said it has ongoing investigations into other airlines for unrealistic flight schedules.
Experience our digital streaming service Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus.
Pretty warm throughout the state of Texas currently. It's one more warm day tomorrow, and the cold air from the north makes it into the crossroads. So how cold is it going to be? We'll find out coming up in your forecast. Good Saturday evening, everyone. Trey Mining here, and it's warm throughout the state of Texas, except for Amarillo, where the cold air is starting to make its inroads there. 61 degrees in Lubbock, 60s and 70s, all the way down to the Rio Grande Valley, including us here in Victoria and Houston area. So enjoy one more warm day tomorrow, pretty much warm throughout the majority of the day on Sunday. And in the evening, the front will come down and temperatures take a big tumble. Take a look at this right here. Starting off with temperatures for your Saturday morning, we were in the 60s this morning, and we rose well up into the 70s for the daytime high, almost near 80 degrees for the daytime high earlier this afternoon. And then the temperatures will be in the 60s again for tomorrow morning, in the 70s, probably topping 80 degrees by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And we'll keep that going for out the afternoon hours. And by 6 p.m., here comes the cold air coming down from the north. The front moving its way on through. By the time we get to 10 o'clock in the evening, we'll be in the low 50s and probably more than likely in the 30s by the time we get to early on your Monday morning. So here comes the big chill. Clouds still in the region are going to continue in the upper levels of the atmosphere, keeping it mostly on the rain-free side as we head toward the rest of the time period. As we go through the rest of the evening and we go through your day tomorrow, maybe some rainfall chances, small chance with the front moving on through with a little bit of a lifter there. And here is the future tracker. This is a 32-degree line right here, and we'll run this model all the way through for your day on Sunday and your day on Monday by 11 o'clock in the morning, getting pretty close to Victoria. So we have to watch that, and then again coming up by the middle part of the week on Tuesday as well, and not too far from that, keeping it pretty close to the central part of the state of Texas coming up for your day on Wednesday into your Thursday. So this is pretty much a prolonged cold air event, with the door open from Arctic air coming down into the state of Texas, giving us a big chill coming up for the week. It's been a while since we had that. Take a look at the precipitation overall expected for your early Sunday morning. Big snow event coming up from Kansas, up there to Nebraska and toward Iowa and Missouri. Rainfall chances for us as the front moving on through. Cold air coming around the low pressure area to the east, dragging it down from the north, giving us a big chill coming up. And pretty much sunny skies for your day on Tuesday into your day on Wednesday part of the day. And then we have another disturbance coming in from the southwest, up and over the cooler air at the surface. So a pretty good rain event, very cold and rainy coming up for your Thursday into Friday. North of Austin, more than likely, could see some pretty good icing event from areas near Waco, Dallas-Fort Worth, and points to the north. So be careful if you're planning to drive up there for Thursday into your Friday. Cuero, well, how's it looking? Starting off in the 70s in the early morning hours with temperatures near 80 degrees by 12 noon in the afternoon with the daytime high. So warm throughout the majority of the day. And Port Lavaca as well. Sunny skies to partly cloudy skies throughout the day. Night temperatures near 80 degrees. And for Victoria as well, near 80 degrees by 12 noon as well. With the cold front arriving well after sunset, the temperatures dropping pretty rapidly after that. Alert days for your day on Monday and Tuesday because of the threat of some light freeze around the region, so be careful out there. And we're looking like the cold air will continue for the rest of the week into the weekend, so be prepared. Good rain chances for Thursday and Friday. Take a look at this right here. This is the QR code. Get your smartphone, scan the code you see right there They'll take you to a webpage. You can download our app, News, Weather, and Sports at your fingertips. Very easy, convenient, free of charge. Be connected with us to know what's going on here in the Crossroads. We got Zach over there with sports.
Trey, thank you. The Victoria Kid getting the start tonight against Baltimore. Stats and highlights coming up in sports. The final week of the regular season in the NFL, and the kid from Victoria, that's Bailey Zappi, getting the start for Cleveland, but that's a disaster early on. Zappi's throw picked off, and it's a first quarter pick six. Not a good start in the fourth quarter. Browns down 21-3, and there is a Bailey Zappi touchdown. That is also former Texans tight end Jordan Akins, Zappi's first touchdown pass since 2023, but that'd be all the scoring, and there was one more interception from the former Victoria East star. That is a 355-pound lineman. Zappi was 16 for 31 for 170 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. Who knows what his future holds and where he will be next year, but he knows he must be better if he wants an opportunity.
You know, I like to say that I can be a starter in this league, but, you know, you kind of look back at this game, there's decisions that can't be made in order for me to be a starter. You know, 2 turnovers can't happen. If I want to be a starter in this league, that can't happen. As simple as that. I'd love to be here. I love to play here. You know, I've made great relationships here. I believe I can win games here like I have in the past. So just got to look back at this game, give us Coach Stefanski, and learn from it.
Cross in motion. Cleveland is Zappi's third team. He was drafted by New England in 2022 and, of course, graduated from East in 2016. The other game of the night, Cincinnati trying to do the improbable and make the postseason after starting 0-3. It starts with a win tonight. Joe Burrow finds Jamar Chase early in the first. The Bengals would do just enough to hang on and get the win over the Steelers. The playoff picture still not set for wild card weekend, and this impacts the Texans, who could see the Steelers, or more likely the Chargers, who just have to win for that to be Houston's matchup. So lots to look forward to tomorrow afternoon. Now, from the gridiron to the hardwood right here in the Crossroads, the Edna team's handling business. The Cowgirls absolutely dominant over the Rice Raiders. Final score last night, 65-28 rather. The ladies now 3-2 in district play and 18-7 overall, with a showdown against Yoakum looming this Tuesday. The boys also get the win. Their game much closer, 72-65 final score. They also get Yoakum coming this Tuesday at home before welcoming Industrial to town. They are 2-0 in district play, and the Shiner ladies also in a tight one with Weimar. Final score in that one, 45-37. Shiner on a 3-game winning streak and second in that tough district as they try and replicate their dominance from last season when they did not lose a district game all season long. That is it for your sports. Trenton and Amaya, back to you.
Thank you so much, Zachary Brown. Now, it's a sad day here in the 25 News now as we say goodbye to a valuable member here at the Crossroads today. Stay with us. Grab your cell phones and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can watch us anytime, anywhere, get breaking news, alerts, and vote in our viewer polls, submit news tips and photos, and you will know all about our ongoing contests. Now we have time for our one last look with your weather. Trey?
Exactly. Get ready for the big chill tomorrow. Let's take a look at the graphic, why don't we, if we can. Tomorrow, mostly on the warm side like it was today, with temperatures near 80 degrees, probably topping 80 by about 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon for your Sunday. And then the front will come down. You'll see right getting pretty close. There we go. The cold temperatures coming down. And we'll wake up early tomorrow, early on your Monday morning with temperatures likely in the 30s coming up by then. So chilly times coming up for the rest of the week.
That's cold, Trey. That's cold. How are you going to let it get that cold, man?
I don't know. I'll have to do better next time.
Well, you know, maybe we'll count on you for that.
But so far, the way it's looking so far, it doesn't look like it's going to be a hard freeze. We'll get to 32 degrees or maybe a little bit lower coming up for your Sunday night, Monday morning through most of the week coming up next week. But it looks like any frozen precipitation being north of I-10.
So no snow?
More than likely, probably not.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough to hear. I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah, really was looking forward to it. Well, now,
maybe next time.
Maybe next time, you guys. There you go. So now that we're here, we have a wonderful value member that will be leaving us soon.
She calls me wonderful now, but she said I was a headache.
Don't start.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people have kind of, you know, been asking over the last couple months, like where I had been and all that stuff. And you guys got hired and, you know, you guys got trained, you guys are doing a great job, and now it's my time to say goodbye to everyone here in the Crossroads, you know. What a cry.
Don't.
We will miss you.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, you know, when I first got this job, why is it so hard?
Because you're passionate about what you do,
but,
you know, and the community loves you.
You know, I didn't think I was ever going to have this opportunity. And so getting this job was, it just made everything come true.
Yeah.
Man, take it.
Dude,
you're going to be fantastic
I want
wherever
to
you
just
go.
say you are going to be fantastic, and wherever you go, I want to say I'm very thankful for meeting you, because not only did I learn from everybody else at Dawn, but I learned a lot from you, and the skills that you have. Whoever's going to have you next, they're going to be very, very thankful.
Charleston, West Virginia, here I come, and there's going to be my snow.
You'll see it there, yes.
Absolutely, but yeah, coming from me, Zach, you know, it's been a pleasure learning from you, man. You've helped me learn about not just work stuff, but life stuff, man. And I appreciate you being here and helping us take that step forward. And as you take your step forward, you know, we're right there behind you, no matter where you go.
That was not the goodbye I wanted. That's not the goodbye I wanted.
I told you you was going to cry.
I knew I'd be sad. I didn't think I'd cry. I knew I'd be sad.
Joe, do you have anything else you want to say?
Well, just wish the best to Zach. He's an amazing young man, and he's going to have a fantastic future. I know it for sure. And tomorrow, once again, I'm talking about the weather. Cold air coming in after sunset tomorrow, so most of the day tomorrow will be on the warm side, near 80 degrees. And the bottom falls out again. Let's take a look at the temperatures. Ooh, cold temperatures by Sunday night. Waking up tomorrow morning, the lows in the 60s. Monday morning, lows in the 30s.
Yes. Well, thank you. And thank you, Zach. And we love you. And thank you for joining us. And we hope you will be with us tonight for tomorrow night for 25 News, now at 10 for Sunday.